Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to access the player's mouse so that wherever the player clicks or whatever the player clicks we'll be able to do something with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert a little avatar guy or a little dummy here and spin him around so he's facing the spawn point. I'm going to name him Reggie. Okay. Not that that's important, but that's just for demonstration. I'm going to first begin by making a tool, okay? And so in this tool, I'm going to have a part and name the part handle. And in the handle, get rid of the weld so that whenever you equip the tool, you're not stamped to the ground. And then place the tool into the starter pack. So what I'm going to be doing first with the player mouse is that I'm going to click on an object and it's going to print out the name or whatever I click on. Okay, and so for that I'm just going to name this identifier and I'm going to get started with scripting. And so the first thing you should always do whenever you're working with the player's mouse is that you should always put in a local script, and then you're going to have to define who this individual player is. And so to do that, we're going to say local player is equal to game.players.local player. And this local player is you as the player. Okay? And so now we're going to get the player's mouse, and we say that by saying local player mouse is equal to player GetMouse. Okay? And so now whenever we do something with the tool, whenever we activate the tool, now we're just going to print out the name of whatever we click. Okay? And so we're going to say script.parent.activated connect function. And then we're going to define what the target is. And so to do that, we're just going to say local target is equal to player mouse dot target. Okay, and then finally let's just print out see what we clicked by saying print target. And so if we play and I pull out my little identifier tool, and so let me just whip out the output. If I click on the spawn location, it's going to say spawn location. On the base plate, it will print out base plate. And if I click on Riggy over here, it's going to show what parts of his body I am clicking. And so what we could do with this also is if I have a part and I say click block, right, or whatever you want to name this, and I go ahead in my script and I just say if target dot name. So if the name of the target is click block, then we could print out that click block has been clicked. Well, I can't type today. Oh, and make sure there's 2 equal signs instead of 1. So if we go ahead and try this out, grab our little identifier, click around, make sure it still works. We click on our little click block. As you can see, it says click block has been clicked. And now with our little identifier, let's get a little more advanced with this. And so what I want to do is that I want to be able to take damage away from Ricky so that the identifier works somewhat like a gun, right? And so for the purposes of that, I'm just going to rename that to gun, and we're going to get started. And so if we're dealing with something like we're going to take damage away from a player, we need to be able to go from a local script to a server script by using a remote event. And so we're going to keep the local script so we're able to access the player's mouse, but we're going to use the server scripts to take damage away from this guy so that everybody can see in the server can see that this guy or Riggy has lost damage. And so insert your remote event and then insert your script. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of delete this a little bit from the function. Okay. So let's not work with the scripts now. we're going to go ahead and check if whatever we click on has a humanoid. Okay, because in order to take health away from something, we need to be able to get into the humanoid of the thing, and wherever the health is, somewhere down here, yes, we need to be able to change that health to whatever. Okay, so in the local script, we are going to say if our target dot parent, because if you remember, whenever we click on Riggy, it only prints out whatever is inside of the little model here, or whatever is inside of Riggy. We need to be able to get from the heads to the parent, back to the humanoid. So we're gonna say that, or we're gonna say if target dot parent find first child humanoid. So if there is a humanoid, then we are going to fire the remote event that is within our gun. And we say that, but we do that by saying script.parent.remote event fire server and then target. Okay, so this having this little target here, or actually target.parent, would make more sense because we haven't established a parent. We need to get to the parent of the target, or at least the parent of whatever body part there is here. Having this parameter here is going to carry through the remote event to our scripts whenever we start scripting our function for taking the damage away, and you'll see that in just a bit here. So now whenever the remote event has been fired, we can say script.parent.remote event on server event connect function. And so now we're going to list our parameters, and the first parameter is always going to be you as the player, but that's not really relevant to our script or what we're doing. But the second parameter is what is going to carry through from over here, and so we could just name this as target. Okay, and so now that we have that, we let's take some damage away from this guy. And so target dot humanoid take damage, and then however much damage you want taken away. I'm just going to say 10. And so if we play this and we equipped our gun, as you can see, we are now taking damage from just Riggy and nothing else in the thing, and we officially killed Riggy. Sorry. Now I want to like place stuff, right? Like I want to click around the base plate and place a block wherever my mouse goes. Okay, and to do that we need to get the mouse's position, and I'll show you how to do that in just a bit here. So I'm gonna get rid of everything that's inside the script, and then all of what is inside of this function. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do the same thing. So I'm gonna say actually local mouse position is equal to player mouse dot hit dot position. Wherever the mouse hits, we're going to get its position, and then we can print out the position by just saying print mouse position. So if we play and we click around, as you can see, it prints out wherever our mouse is. So if we want to place a block at wherever our mouse is clicking, we're going to say script.parent. We're going to fire this remote event so we can start working within our scripts here. So we're going to say script.parent.remote event fire server, and then we're going to make that parameter, which is mouse position. And then in our script, we're just going to say whenever now if I want to place a block at where my mouse is, we're gonna have to fully create like a new block and paste it into the workspace, and we could do that by saying local part is equal to instance.new part. Okay, and then this part's parent, the parent of this part is going to be workspace. We're gonna make this part anchored, and this part is going to have the same position, so part.position, as our mouse's position. So if we play
music licensing reimagined,
and We equipped our tool and click around. As you can see, it is placing a part wherever our mouse is. Okay. So that will be it for today's video. I hope I wasn't too confusing with the way I spoke, or I hope I didn't stutter too much. But I hope you guys understand, and if you don't and you have questions, just leave them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to assist anybody. And if you have any recommendations for another YouTube video, please tell me in the comments, and I will absolutely try my best to do those. And I'll see you in the next video.